Welcome back to Pandemic Legacy Season 1. We're in February, and yeah. So let's begin. We're starting off with Trevor. He is, of course, a family member with Claire. But he's sitting here in New York City all by himself. 4 actions. He has 4 blue cards, 2 yellow, 1 red. And we have to figure out what we want to do with him. And then he has the ability to... he has connections. Once per turn, you may treat disease in a city connected to your city. So I think he's going to start heading over to Europe from New York. I think his first action... okay, let me think about this for a second. We're going to zoom down and have him take his 4 actions. Alright, yeah, he's going to go across the pond. He's going to go 1 move to Madrid. His first action. His second action is going to do the treat disease in Algiers, which he can do because of his special ability, his local connections. He has 2 more actions remaining. He will go 1 action here and 2 to take this disease cube off. Now we want him in London because Vicky has the London card. And if Vicky can get over to London, yes, she can give Trevor the London card. Now you're saying, well, he's not in London. But Clive goes next, and Clive can move him to London. So he's able to take that disease cube off. I think that makes sense. At least I hope it does. So let's go ahead, and then he's going to be drawing his 2 cards. Right, 2 cards for Trevor. Okay, and we get Atlanta. Oh man, what an epidemic. This is his 5th blue card. And an epidemic. Oh man, okay, we have to process this. Now, he does have to immediately discard a card because he has too many now. He's going to get rid of Soul. I think he's going to discard the Soul card. Now we have to process an epidemic. Ooh, move the infection rate marker 1 space. Alright, let's do that first. Yep, we're moving this up 1 space. We're still on 2. So that's not horrible. We have to do the rest of that card. And the rest of this card is not very nice. So, infect. Draw the bottom card from the infection deck and put 3 cubes on that city. And then you discard that card. So on the bottom of our infection deck, we have St. Petersburg is going to get 3 cubes, 3 blue cubes on it. Which is right up here. Okay, that's not really horrible, I don't think. I think we got a pretty good plan going here. And then we shuffle the cards and put them on top of the infection deck. Alright, we are going to do that. So we're going to take all of these cards now, we're going to shuffle them, put them on top of the infection deck. But we have a surprise for the game, which I think is going to be pretty freaking awesome. So, yeah, now, and we also have now Trevor with 5 blue cards. He can cure the blue disease. Oh, this is working out absolutely really just the way we want it. Alright, shuffled up. And this goes on top of here. And now the next step, of course, in the phase would be infect cities. However, Clive is going to say, not so fast. Skip the next infect cities step. Do not flip over any infection cards. Boom! He's going to play that. Now the neat thing about him playing that is he is rivals with Vicky. So, Vicky, her ability says, when a rival plays or discards a card, you may immediately discard any 2 cards to pick that card up. So Clive's playing this card, and Vicky, because she's a rival, is going to discard her San Francisco and London because she doesn't need them anymore. This is just perfect to pick up One Quiet Night. Why would she not do that? Now we got that special card again, and we're not infecting any cities. Wow. Oh, that was really quite beneficial. Okay, over we go now to Clive. Normally we'd infect cities, but we're not. So over we go to Clive for his 4 actions. And of course, he's sitting over here at Milan. He doesn't even have to burn an action now to move Trevor over to London. So let's go ahead and figure out what we want to do with Clive. He has 2 black cards. He has Essen and Jakarta. So there we go. All right, let's figure out what we want to do with him. All right, I think his turn's going to be pretty simple. I think what we're going to do is he is going to move once to here, 2 to St. Petersburg, and 3 and 4, he's going to take 2 cubes off St. Petersburg. And we want to leave Claire where she is over in Asia because she's going to be building a CDC. So we don't want to move her with Trevor, which would give her an extra action, but then she'd still have to get over where she is right now. All right, so that's going to be the end of Clive's turn. I think that was a good one. And now he's going to be pulling 2 cards. All right, Clive gets a couple of cards. I don't know what he's going to get. What's he going to get? He gets St. Petersburg and Hong Kong. Okay, well, he's got 2 reds, 2 blues, and 2 black cards. That's not a good combination. And, all right, now it's time to infect cities. Now, we could have... this is crazy. We could have Vicky play One Quiet Night to not infect cities, and then we can have Clive discarding Jakarta and Hong Kong to pick the card up again. And I'm just so tempted to go ahead and do that. I think we're going to do that. So Vicky's going to play One Quiet Night. Skip the next infect cities state. So we're not going to be infecting cities. And then Clive, because he is rivals with Vicky, is allowed to discard 2 cards out of his hand. He's going to discard Jakarta and Hong Kong and pick up One Quiet Night. Why not? Why not keep spamming that? And that's the end of... yeah, that's the end of Clive's turn. So 2 times in a row we've had no infect cities, which is awesome. Over we go now to Vicky, who is currently sitting over here in Atlanta. And let's have her start taking her turns. Okay, what are we going to do with Vicky? She's got 1 black card, 1 yellow, and 1 red. Does she want to head over somewhere? Oh, I don't even know what to do with her. She's our best bet at curing diseases with 4 cards, but she's just got 1 of each, which is absolute garbage at the moment. So for her first action, she's going to go ahead and remove the disease cube from Atlanta. She's got 3 actions remaining. So she's going to charter a flight. She's going to fly from this CDC center over to Riyadh. I think that's going to be her second action, so she flies over here. She has 2 actions remaining, so let's figure out what she wants to do. Okay, with her 2 remaining actions, somebody better get over here to Mumbai, or we're going to be in big trouble. So she's going to go 1-2 into Mumbai. That's a little dangerous. We need somebody down here to start getting rid of these black cubes, because this is going to become a problem for us. So I think that's the end of Vicky's turn. Well, now she draws a couple cards. Oh, it's a bit of a brain-burny game. All right, I hope I'm doing things relatively okay. All right, so we are getting 2 cards for her. So she's got a black card and a red card. Well, the red cards are good because she can discard them to grab One Quiet Night again. I don't know if we want to... Do we want to just keep spamming that? Wow, that might not be a bad idea again. All right, now it is infect cities. But do we want to spam One Quiet Night and have Vicky discard her 2 red cards? You know, I think we might actually do that. All right, well, she's rivals with Clive, and so Clive is once again going to play One Quiet Night. Play any time, not an action. Skip the next infect cities step. And yes, is this ability correct? When a rival plays or discards a card, you may immediately discard any 2 cards to pick it up. She's going to do that. So Vicky's going to discard her 2 red cards for Sydney and Bangkok and grab One Quiet Night. Boom! Just like that. 3 turns in a row and no infections hitting the cities. Wow! And over we go. Finally is going to be Claire. She's got 5 actions and she's sitting over here at Osaka, Japan. So let's get to her. She has 5 actions to perform. And yes, the reason she has 5 actions to perform is because she's the generalist. She also has the ability Disgruntled, which I'm not sure I mentioned, and that is do not gain a scar when you're in a city that has outbreaks. But anyway, her first action, we're finally taking the quarantine action. She's going to put a quarantine token on Osaka. That's action 1. Then she's going to go 2, moving to Taipei, or Taipei. Taipei. I apologize. I keep butchering that one. And that was her second action. Her third action then is she will take the Taipei card, discard it to build a CDC right here so that we can have some fast travel abilities to that location. So she did an outbreak or a quarantine, move, built a CDC. Now she's going to take 2 more actions, 1, 2. She's going to go down to Ho Chi Minh City. The reason she's getting down there because we want to get her over to Jakarta eventually, put a quarantine on that one. All right, that's it. Now we could, this is absolutely insane, we could go ahead, well, we got 2 cards to pick up for Claire. All right, so let's do the 2 cards first. But we could, once again, use this card. I just can't believe we can keep using that card, but rules-wise, we can. But right now, Claire gets 2 cards. All right, and Claire gets 2 cards. Oh, yeah. And she gets, ooh, another event, Santiago. So she now has 1 yellow. Well, that's not good. And this here, Resilient Population. Remove any 1 card in the infection discard pile from the game. You may play this between the infect and intensify steps of an epidemic. Wow, awesome, awesome card for her. All right, it is time to infect cities. Or is it? Or is it? All right, let's go ahead and see if we want to do that. All right, call me insane, but we are going to, Vicky is going to play this again. And by Vicky playing this, because Clive is the rival, Clive can take his 2 blue cards, which he doesn't need anymore, honestly. He'll discard both of those to grab 1 Quiet Night. I mean, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? So that basically means we are not drawing any cards now for infections. And we still have the 1 Quiet Night card. That is so awesome. And that's going to be the end of our episode for today. So, believe it or not, we have done 4 turns. Trevor, Clive, Vicky, Claire, and we have not pulled 1 infection card. So, things are looking good. That is a crazy ability. I got to read it again. When a rival plays or discards a card, you may immediately discard any 2 cards to pick it up. This is playing a card. So, yeah, as far as I know, that is a valid strategy, and boy, is it ever paying off. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, and likes. This is Pandemic Legacy Season 1. We're into the first part, early part of February, and I got a good feeling, but you know what? As much of a good feeling as I have, we only have this many cards to go through before we lose the game. Because let's keep in mind, the only way to win this first half of February is we have to cure 3 diseases. We're going to be able to cure the blue one next episode. But then we still have to cure the black and the yellow. And currently, we are not looking great as far as cards for characters. So anyway, thanks so much. I'll see you next time for the continuation Pandemic Legacy Season 1, February.